It says I'm live. I don't know if I have my camera right, but hey everybody, it's Casper from Brisbane. Finally found my mobile phone holder, which is not playing nice. Hang on a second. It is it's Friday here, my day off. Kind of loving this new working lifestyle. I basically, I only work 4 days a week at the most, but I have more time off now. It is the 17th of February today, Friday, here in Aussie land, and it's 25 degrees already, and it's what, I don't know, it's about 8:30 or something in the morning. Anyway, so I finally found my mobile phone holder, but it doesn't fit in the holder with the case on, so I have to take the case off if I want to do a stream, and I haven't done a stream for a long time. Actually, I did do some streams, but I didn't post them because I wasn't happy with it afterwards, so I recorded them and thought better of it. So how is everybody? I haven't streamed for a long time. I don't expect anybody to come in. In fact, I didn't even check my lists or anything before I decided to go live, so I have no idea. I have the same people as wrenches, and I don't really change that shit. So anyway, if nothing else, just enjoy the scenery. Driving, I've got time, so I'll go a nice scenic tour. I'm driving from home at the moment to the pathologist to do my bloods. So I've been fasting, obviously, overnight. Just doing I think it's annual that we do it. Just doing my annual bloods now. He gets to do, if anybody knows me, knows that I think last year I went through a little bit of, I don't know, a bit of a prostate scare. I had to have a colonoscopy and everything was okay, but you know, you have to, once you do that sort of stuff when you're getting older, you know, I'm sure other people have the same kind of issues, and women have different kinds of issues that need to be monitored as you get older. But for a guy, you have to fucking monitor that shit afterwards. So this blood test includes some prostate level or something, amongst other things, you know, doing all the other stuff that they do. Look, I've got the fucking script in front of me, but I couldn't even read what the tests have to be. So, but anyway, give them blood. Don't like needles, but I do it. You know, I'm in that situation. I mean, I've been during COVID and all that. I got jabbed because not because I was a big believer in the vaccines or anything like that. It's just there was a lot of scaremongering. I understand that, but the reason why I did it was because I live with someone who's working in aged care at the time. Oh, they still are. Mum still is, and she had to be done. It was part of the requirements, and I thought that by me being vaxxed, you know, I was protecting Mum at home as well as what her protection at work. So, not that it gives great protection, only makes the symptoms milder. And look, to be honest with you guys, I haven't even had COVID. Still haven't had COVID. So, not saying I'm not going to get it, but I haven't had it. I had a flu, but tested every day, and it was negative. So, I haven't had COVID, so don't know. Close, haven't, I don't, people were getting it all around me, and at my previous workplace, and even at one of my new workplaces, a lot of them have already had it, but yeah, not had it yet. So anyway, still going on. It's just something we have to live with, like the flu. So as you can see, hey, from the picture on the screen, it's a very nice. It's a very nice summer's day here at the moment. I don't know if it's going to get too stinking hot. I've got a pretty full-on day. In fact, I don't expect to be home until, it's 8:30 in the morning now, and I don't expect to be home till probably 10 o'clock tonight. So, yeah, as I said, off to the quacks. No, it's not the quacks, just the pathologist. I'm not seeing the doctor today. Then I'm going to have going to have coffee with a person I used to work with. She's house sitting at the moment, so a little bit of double tracking today, and then I'm having my usual lunch date at 12:30 at my club that I frequent. Not as frequent as often as I used to. So that's at 12:30, and then probably hang out there for most of the day. And then I have my very first soccer friendly of the season tonight, kickoff 7 p.m. Oh yeah, stay there, truck. He was going to come out. No, he hasn't got a trailer on. I'm surprised he didn't. Oh yes, he does. We formed a new team. We've gone even older now, guys. If anybody knows me from maybe not last season, because that wasn't a great season for me with injuries, but I've been playing over 45s soccer for a while. This will be probably my third or fourth year with Penn Power, but been playing for a long time now. Been playing since I've probably been playing. I'm not going to say I've been playing since I was a kid, because that's not true. I played as a kid, and then I stopped playing, and I didn't take it up again until I was managing. I was co-managing kids team. I think it was at the time. I think it was under 8s. Yeah, I think it was under 8s, and I think we went into under 9s, and by the time we did under 10s, I was being asked to, hey mate, do you want to come and kick the ball around on bloody Friday nights in a social comp? I went, yeah. So I joined this friggin' team called Brighton. I don't even know why that was called Brighton, but I started in this team called Brighton, and we didn't have a full team, and it just seemed to be anybody showing up, and man, we were getting friggin' flogged. It was a terrible fucking introduction to senior soccer. One night we got flogged like 8-0 or something. It was horrible. But anyway, since then, sharpened the team up, and then I ended up playing a bit of playing for PCYC, and then ended up going over to Penn Power, and it's good because we're in a proper league now. But the problem with the over 45s is, as your team gets older, you got all these guys coming up from over 35s jump into over 45s, and they're stars because they're still just turned 45, right? Whereas the rest of us go into our friggin' 50s, and we've even got some people hovering up there towards 60. So your team becomes a little bit uncompetitive if you can't get them younger guys coming through to join a team. A mixture of younger and older seems to work well, but when you've got a team where 75-80% of you are 50s going up to 60s, it's not competitive anymore. So what they've done is they've started a over 50s comp, where those guys can transition from over 45s into 50s. So I've been wanting 50s for a couple of years because I'm in my 50s. So, God, I thought that was my mum's car there. My mum's got a car the same colour, in better condition than that, but it's not her because she's at work. But anyway, can't help but always check out those blue model cars. Always looks like my mum's car. Anyway, so yeah, I got my first game tonight at 7, and it's a new team. It's probably got about 6 or 7 of the same guys I played with, and we've just all moved up together. Still to find out what's happening with the other guys that aren't 50 yet, what they're doing, but I don't know. People tend to just change whenever they want, so I'm not, being the manager of last year's team, I feel a little bit responsible for what everyone's doing this year, but it comes a time where we're just looking for a slightly more social type of game, rather than, it got a little bit, we were in Div 2 last year, it's still a little bit too serious for what a lot of us would like to play on a Friday night. For me personally, it's exercise. It's my exercise, and it's my my fucking social outlet, so to speak. So it's hard to get back into too, because we've just taken a long break, or I have. So I had some problems last year with injuries and changing work and depression. And over the Christmas break until very recently, in fact, it's still affecting me, but it's not as bad as it was. I've had plantar fasciitis. Is fasciitis? Is that what it's called? Probably. Oh, it's still school zone. Must be just 9 o'clock now or something, or is it 8:30? I've had plantar fasciitis. I don't think I'm saying that right, but anyway, I've had it in both feet, and had to see a podiatrist, and that wasn't any good. But the doctor told me that what I've been doing has been the best treatment. So what I've been doing, I didn't know there was a field down there. So what I've been doing is stretching. I've changed my shoes, orthotic inserts. So I've done everything I can, and I think it is slowly getting better. Certainly not as bad as it was. It was come to a point where I was just doubled over. I double shift one day to make my week easier, and I'm literally bending over and crawling. But basically, I can't walk by the end of the day. It was getting really bad. Popping friggin' painkillers to get through the day, but now I don't need any of that. So I'm yet to actually take up swimming, which I need to get into. I was going to do it yesterday, but yesterday was my rest day after double shifting the day before, so I tend to have a real lazy day on Thursdays. But I was supposed to do it today, go to the aquatic center, but I just got too full on day. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to get there. So kind of like a lifestyle, kind of daily life change for me. And I think you have to get used to it. When you are so used to a normal routine, and suddenly the day is now filled with different people, doing different things. Takes a little bit of getting used to. Anyway, so a lot of people, that know me from YouTube have say hi every now and then in chats. A bit of just like to go into a couple of chats now. I don't go into very many others, but a couple of people have asked me why I don't stream anymore. And to be honest with you, it was just because it just wasn't, I guess at the end of the day, for me, it just wasn't worth the hassle. It wasn't worth any conflict. It wasn't worth and you can't win. I can give you a few various examples. Oh, hey, you're supposed to give way. Guy was halfway across the fucking roundabout. Couple of examples is like, everybody picks and chooses their own friends, even if it's fucking on YouTube. I don't even know. They use the friend words a little bit of a fucking. Don't even know if it's the right word to use, But if you back somebody on YouTube because you didn't have any problems with them, or you like them, or they're your friend, or whatever, and then these people they get into it with other people, right? And it's happened to everybody, including me. Not leaving myself out of it. Just because I don't engage in it anymore doesn't mean I haven't experienced it in the past, because I have. Well, say you go, you defend your friend, and that's what a lot of people do. It's honorable. You're defending your friend against other people attacking them or whatever. And then what happens a lot of the time is that your friend, even if you didn't like the other person that they're fighting with, or whether you do, it's even harder if you like both people, or you don't have any issues with the person that your friend is fighting with, right? But I continuously see this on YouTube, continuously. It never stops. So if you were to defend your friend, and then your friend works it out with the person, has peace, whatever, and then you're left looking like an asshole. And I've seen this happen so many times. It's why I won't do it now. Because you're not in control of what your friend's going to do or say, or whether your friend's going to work it out with somebody. But if you go hard if you go hard for your friend in the comment section, or you defend them in lives, more than likely you're the one that's going to end up like an asshole, looking like an asshole. So I don't really do that anymore, and sometimes when you go into a live, say you know somebody, and you go, oh, so and so's live, so you go in there and you just want to be maybe part of the chat. You're not really like supporting, or the creator might be fucking dragging somebody, but you might not be supporting that, but you might be just in the chat because you have other friends in the chat that you want to say hello to, because you don't catch up in the many streams. You might have all different interests. Well, then you get branded for totally being in support of that creator who's dragging somebody, even though you're just a person in the chat, and it fucking sucks. So then you become silent, or you just become like an observer, because it's not worth the hassle. Then you get. Yeah, and I've seen people do this, and I'm not going to mention any names. This one creator, then you can't seem to go anywhere without fucking. This person has so many fucking haters. He's unbelievable, fucking crazy. It's fuck. And I just become an observer, because it's just it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I've seen good people. I've known some people for fucking long time, maybe 10 years plus. I'm not kidding you, maybe 10 years plus. What's an example I can think of? Oh yeah, okay, he's a half decent example. Andy Cruz Pod Trash, I think he calls himself. He's a good bloke. I've known Andy for a long time. He was part of the Pod Trash, right? Pod Trash crew. I don't even think Pod Trash does anything anymore. That was actually very, very interesting internet radio. Whoosh did a good job there. I mean, it kind of died off. When I think it started. Whoosh and Boone was one of the major shows there, and the other one was, I think, Hyperchuric and fuck his name eludes me at the moment. I'll think of it in a minute, but he passed away, and they were the two. I think the two main shows there on Podtrack. I actually liked a couple of other shows that were on there. All these people were doing shows, and it was good. Robin was doing a show with John the Magic Guy, I think, at one stage, and that guy was sitting there with a left arrow, just sitting there. Anyway, Andy used to do a bit of a gossip show on there, and used to talk about different things, and I used to tell him what was going on, and because I mean everyone knows where I come from, right? I didn't just show up on making lemonades and as a fucking troll or something, you know. I basically I come from fucking Howard Stern, and I still listen to Howard Stern. Listening to him last night. And then through Howard Stern, it was Benji. Benji went out with Elisa. Lisa started her own show on Spreecast, I think it was. And that's where I met a lot of people. And I still know some people from there. But I'm not part of the CAF community. That's when I left the CAF community pretty much and went to YouTube and just stumbled upon making lemonade. So it was a very, very easy, simple explanation of where I came from. There was nothing sinister about it, that's for sure. Anyway, Andy, I guess Andy made his way over to YouTube too, and Andy streams every few days, I think, and he doesn't just do, gossip hour, whatever you call it. He does, streams. He games. I'm not a gamer, but he games and streams that. Anyway, so my point is, Andy's a good guy, whatever, but he likes to talk about what's going on, right? And the fucking hate that I've seen him get, it's fucking amazing. And it's just, he's a very good example. He never attacks anybody. He never goes real life. He never doxes. But the shit that he gets, I've sat around and just gone, holy fuck. See, like, because Andy, I find myself the way I was before very similar to what Andy's doing. He likes to have different people on. He likes to, there's a big fight going on, so he might want to stream that or have someone on from there, and then he gets hate from the other person, and people talk shit about him, and very not justified. You can't do anything without fucking getting shit, and it's just not worth it, and that's why I don't stream anymore. It's just come on, it's YouTube. It's YouTube, guys. Come on. I mean, I know people have met off YouTube, but it's YouTube, guys. It's really not worth any hassles. It's not worth causing any problems maybe if you've got the type of personality where you love conflict and you love that drama, maybe that's for you. But I don't. I couldn't be fucking bothered. Yeah, I've had some fun lives. I think I spoke about this before. I've done some fucking really fun lives. I never expected to be popular and never wanted to be popular by any means. But I can see how important it is to some people. I can see how it's important. Oh, yay, I hit 1K or 2K or 5K or whatever. Oh yay, I got monetized or whatever, but you know what? You don't make anything. Like it's rubbish. It's like if you have to have 1 million subscribers, and you have to have some fucking crazy content. Like that ISIC guy, that Aussie guy. He's crazy. Like he just want to jump on and talk shit smack about people and talk about gossip topics or whatever. You're not gonna make a fucking nickel. You're not gonna make a nickel. Even the ones like the fucking Molly Go Lightly's and all that. The ones, I don't know. Are they drama or they're so-called true crime, right? See, I love true crime. But I very quickly realized all of the people that do true crime, it's bullshit. They they mix in their own fucking crazy fucking conspiracy theories from their own little, you know, crazy personality. It's like, remember there was that channel called what was it called, AD Detective, whatever it was called. I When the Watts case was going, I watched a little bit of this guy, right, and I just went like, nah. He started doing analysis on videos, right, and started coming up with conspiracy theories on these shadows, and I just went, nah, this is bullshit. This is not facts. This is just crazy fucking conspiracy theories and of what that shadow is and all that. No. If you want to watch, if you're really into true crime, I suggest to you to watch Duty Ron. Duty Ron is a retired copper, and he knows what he's talking about, and he has other experts on, not fucking drama fucking people that think they do true crime, but real fucking true crime. I watch Duty Ron when I get a chance. He's good. He's actually coming out to Australia next year, possibly, which I'm interested in catching up with him if I can. Him and Ed. But we'll see. We'll see if it happens. So yeah, and it's much more interesting than and oh, look at that. It's interesting. Never noticed that before. So I see people on YouTube. I'm a very keen, I don't know if people know, I'm a very keen observer, especially of human behavior. And I watch and I study sometimes. In my free time, I study these people. And I find it quite interesting, these people. Even people studied over a number of years, guys, how people change. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I've seen people do some horrible things, and yet others just sweep it under the carpet for them, or forgive them, and it's terrible. It's horrible. A long time ago, I decided that I couldn't support people just because they go through a period where they appear to be fucking normal, and the shit that they do, especially, oh my god, there's some dirty fucking shit going on behind the scenes, guys. It's always been there, and it always will be. And you know, you come to time maybe in your life where you just don't want to be part of that shit anymore. That happened to me a while ago, plus for health reasons as well. Did you see, did the lake just come up? I meant to tell you that we just went past this beautiful lake. You're not allowed to have motor engines in there, but you see people in there with like battery powered like boats are allowed, little skiffs or something that are battery powered with a little electric impeller, you know. And you see a lot of canoeing out there. I think it's pretty much part of the dam system, so I don't know. Oh no, it does have low tide. I don't really know. I think it's just part of the dam system. So I think it's pretty safe. You're not going to find, I don't think you're going to find many uglies in the water or anything like that. I've seen people swimming in there as well. So I went to do a service on my car yesterday, right? God, talk about something so simple, but everything went wrong for me. First of all, you're gonna laugh. I borrowed the car ramps off my brother-in-law. He dropped them off for me like quite a few weeks ago, and so I had the car ramps ready. I ordered all my parts. I decided not to get not to get the mobile mechanic in and just do it myself. Because my car's almost on 100k after, 6 years. So I have everything ready, right? So I thought, okay, first thing I'll do is just put the car up on the ramps. Well, I couldn't even do that because the fucking spoiler was hitting the ramps before the wheels go up, and it was going to dent my spoiler, because these cars, these Mazda 3s, they sit quite low. Like, the spoiler's not that far off the ground, and I couldn't, anyway, so I couldn't get under the car, because there's just not enough room to get under there and get the cover off. You have to knock the sump plug off and all that. There's just not enough room to do it unless it's up, like another, I don't know, half a ruler, half a standard ruler. Needs to be up so you can get under there. And then I discovered that they'd sent me the wrong air filter as well. That wouldn't fit in the airbox. So, and then the other day I decided that I was going to change the spark plugs, right? Just because it's almost 100k, the service book says I don't have to change spark plugs to 150,000, right? But I decided to change them anyway, so I'll do everything at once, and then it's done for like another 20,000. So I ordered a set of 4 spark plugs, right? They weren't fucking cheap. I don't know if anyone's bought any spark plugs for their car lately or paid for any spark plugs lately, but I'm telling you right now, they're not fucking cheap. So for good ones, they're about 25 bucks a fucking spark plug, if you want to buy a good brand. So anyway, I buy a set of 4. So what do I get in the post, guys? 1 spark plug. They send me 1 spark plug. So I was fucking mad as fuck. Because, working in warehousing, you know about these finer details. When someone orders 1 set of 4, clearly you have to send them 4 fucking spark plugs. I mean, what sort of person who picks that order thinks that a car is running on 1 spark plug? I mean, what sort of moron? So I was very mad. I haven't even checked my email yet. I expect to get a reply, because I sent off quite a scathing fucking reply. I'll probably end up giving them positive fucking feedback when I receive the other 3 spark plugs. But what's going on here? Oh, just idiots. Oh God. Did you even notice there was someone coming up behind you, lady? She came from the fucking side lane. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, guys, so I was going to do some of the things yesterday, and then the rest, do the hard stuff yesterday, which basically is the main oil change. I wanted to get that out of the way, but then I started to panic because the person that sent me the wrong air filter also sent me an oil filter. So then I started thinking, what if the fucking oil filter's wrong too? So I've ordered the correct air filter and a correct oil filter. It's cost me another 40 bucks for both those things, but I just wanted to get them. I don't give a fuck. So if I've got leftover stuff, I don't care. If the oil filter fits next time, once I know, I just don't want to go to all the trouble dropping off the cover, dropping the oil out, loosening off the oil filter, and you do kind of sometimes damage the oil filter getting it off if it's on real tight, and you got to use the clamp tool that I've got. Sometimes you kind of can damage the oil filter, but you're going to throw it away. So I just didn't want to take the chance of getting that far and not having the right shit. So I just decided to play it safe, order the right shit, and just have it all sitting there and do it. Next time I'll just do it all at once. So to get the car on the fucking ramps, I'm going to have to go and get a couple small planks to drive the car wheels onto, and then onto the ramp. That'll work. Don't have any of this shit at home, because when I moved to this house, I coiled everything. So I'm gonna have to go out to my sister's, who's got fucking everything out on her property, and find a couple of little ramps that I can, couple of thick planks that I can use as ramps. And so, yeah, I'll do that. End of next week, I'll go out to my sister's and get that shit while I'm waiting for these other parts to arrive. I had my day really well planned yesterday. Like, I have a really big sleep in because of me double shifting the day before. I love to have that. That's my sleep in day. I sleep for about fucking 10 hours. See, there's a pool I could come to, but it's a little bit too far. There's no one there, is there? Not many people there. There's an aquatic centre not far from my home that I want to go to, but there was, when I went down to check it out, there was a lot of cars in the car park, and I'm trying to work out the best days to go because I want to just do laps, and it's for fitness and for my feet. So anyway, oh, that used to be a remote control place. What is that now? Just an ordinary house again. I used to work here when I first moved up here. I lived at this suburb that we're going through soon, and I used to work just down that street there for about 18 months. It's just like concrete shed, but it was good people. That company was in a lot of trouble financially, I think, for the last, 3 or 4 years before it closed. COVID killed so many companies, eh? There's lots of jobs out there, eh? But there's just, I was reading this article where Qantas are now asking all the people that got retrenched or took the retrenchment package or decided to leave or got put off or whatever. Qantas are asking for those people to come back. They're actually saying, if you've left us more than 2 years ago, would you please consider coming back? Now, a lot of people have moved on and now doing other things. You know, maybe they start a new career or something like that, or they're just doing something different. I don't know if they'll get them back. I mean, Qantas would save a lot. Our Qantas thinking, well, we'll save a lot of money on training if those people, but they'd probably still send them on refresher courses after a couple of years anyway. So, but I see they're advertising for a lot of cabin crew. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream very shortly as I'm approaching where I need to go. Well, I've been live for 38 minutes. Didn't think it took this long to get here. Must be moseying along today slowly. Usually usually maximum it takes me to get, oh yeah. No, it's about right. It's only 3 or 4 minutes off. Usually takes maybe 35 minutes. I don't even know what the time is. Pathologists, you just walk in, there's hardly anyone there, and sometimes there's no one there, and you just basically straight in and give your blood and you're out of there. I've got to double track back, halfway back, to go back to my friend's place to visit, to have coffee and maybe a swim in their pool. And she's babysitting, house sitting my old boss's house, so I might have a swim, might not. Brought all my clothes and stuff just in case I wanted to have a swim, because then I got to get changed and come back this way for lunch. So yeah, getting back to the YouTube stuff. Yeah, I apologize to people that used to enjoy coming in and having a laugh with me. I've done some fucking awesome streams in the past. It was some fucking really good stuff in the past. When I look back on it, and when I did I think one of the fun lives I think I ever done was when I did the pets. Even though I got struck, because everyone has haters and people that just don't want to see other people having fun. I did a pet live, I think, once. I think I did a part 1 and a part 2, I think, if my memory serves me correct. they were fun. You know, I had people on there that I don't even talk to anymore. But in saying that, they were fun times. I don't forget through on this satellite. Yeah, I'd say so. These are always give you a fair shake. Anyway, guys, I thought I would just do a riding with Casper because it's been so long since I've done one, and I hope everybody is, you know, safe and healthy, and I'm not looking for any conflict with anybody. In fact, I don't even really hold. There's a few people I'm not really fond of, but the thing is, I don't go on YouTube and fucking drag them and or make posts about them. And the people that have been fighting that I know on YouTube and through community posts, man, fuck, you guys just really need to chill. Just look, it's either your content or you need to drop it. Like, and if it's your content and you need it to keep your channel going, then fine. Then don't get on YouTube and whine about it. Just accept that that's the norm, you know, or stop, you know. Just accept the fact that just people aren't gonna like each other, guys. It's just the way it is. Choose your own friends and hang with who you want. You know, that's where it comes up to. I'm grateful for the friends I have. Look at this person. Turns in there. No indicator that you're turning. Just brake and turn. It's all good. I just get pissed with people that have poor drivers. Yeah. Oh, now you indicate. Well, pull in. Get in there. Get in there. Come on, you can do it. Don't hit the concrete. Oh, yes, you've done it. Fucking get out of my fucking way. Oh, fair income. All right, guys. I gotta end this stream and go to where I gotta go to. Catch you later. Take care, everybody.